Woohoo! So this appears to have worked, but I'm going to wait for people to move to here because this is a take two because the first stream went wrong. Let me have a look. Working. The other one is working. See, take two. Let me share this. Hey, we got a couple have made it over on the life raft. Let me just share that other link around. So, whoop. Yes, we've got a few. Over on the life raft. So let me just share this link. And then I've got lots of news. So it will be worth it. We woke Daniel up, yes. Can I even? Whoop, whoop. I've no idea what happened. I clicked the same thing. It somehow just didn't register the camera for some reason. Let's post that link there. And can I comment on it? Of course not. Right. One sec. Let's go games. Oh, we've got quite good people. Yay, we've got quite a lot of you now. This is good. And then we can continue. Here now. Post that. Yay. I mean, it'd be better if you couldn't, because I'm quite dishevelled today, so it was a bonus. Let me just post the link on Twitter, and then I will get to it. Crop quotes. Yay, tech. You say dishevelled, we say annie-shaped round. Nice. Right, will it let me do anything on that? It will not. So let's go. That'll do. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. Nothing unusual has happened today. So I wasn't here last week, so I've got 2 weeks of news. Andy's kindly put the washing machine on, but it is about to finish, so you will hear the washing machine also going. But you can blame Andy for that. This is with the door closed. It's an absolute animal. So yes. Also, extra apologies to anyone who maybe this is the first Bad Squiddo stream they've come across. It only gets worse from here. It goes downhill from this. So I didn't set up I didn't set up a stream because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a stream today, and I didn't want to jinx it. So I thought I'd kind of leave it to what Sunday morning me wants to do. As I have been out. That's why I'm dishevelled. I have been. I am so tired. I'm very bruised. I went out to see New Model Army at Rock City on Friday, and it was amazing as always. But I get very much into it, so I don't see a band and go, "Ah, yes, that is quite a good band." I throw myself into the middle of the mosh pit and think that I'm stronger and bigger than I am, so I get really beaten up. But it's fun. It's like being beaten up in the tune to music by people much larger than myself. So I did that Friday, and then Saturday I went and did it again. I went to see Go Go Bordello at Rock City, where I got even more beaten up. But it was very fun, and I think I've also beat up a series of people as well. So that was really fun. Jeez, that is loud. And so yeah, I don't go out much, but I decided that I would do 2 nights in a row, and I was quite impressed that I managed the second night. The part of me was thinking, I've done 1 night, that should do it. Nope, did 2. So, because I am hardcore, apparently that's how it is. That washing machine, I swear. So I've got lots of news about history and stuff to chat about. I've got some minis to show you. I've got the Fanny Commander to show you. What is Annie's Fighting Weekend? Like I said, best live band ever. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was bad. I somehow didn't get knocked over for the 2 nights either. So Daniel says tiny ladies are the scariest in the mosh. Yeah, they will cause much pain. Yes, this is true. Because I was here early, I've actually drank a lot of the coffee, so there's not much in the coffee today. But we have the guinea pig mug. There he is. The washing machine's even louder than Dave's typing. What are you doing there, son? Dave starts typing, it'll be all over. Can you hear me? It will stop soon, I swear. Blame Andy. Everyone blame Andy. He was under instruction to not. He's currently in Doncaster. He's in Doncaster playing Dead Zone, I think. And yesterday he was in Sheffield playing Kings of War, I believe. So he is a man about the UK, playing games, taking names wherever he goes. So he's out there today. So he got up early, made sure to put the washing machine on so it'd be loudest during the stream. Yay! What's this? Those two were 2 of the best live acts I've ever seen. They did do Here Comes the War. Yes, New Model Army of my long-term favourite band. I don't know if they're my current favourite band, but they're that sort of have a special place. So I've seen them quite a lot over the years because I'm one of those people, but less and less since running Bad Squiddo because I don't have the time or spare money to sort of travel around. So it's very polite of them to come to Rock City usually about once a year. So there's that. So that's good. So what have we got? So last week there was no stream last week because I was supposed to be in London town, and I was not. So I was going to various museums and to Dragon Meet to mooch about. So I did make a thumbnail that was all like Dragon Meet. What will we talk about? And I didn't make it. Without going into too much detail, I had one of my absolute humongous mental episodes on Thursday, which cancelled the rest of the week basically. And even though I was here, there was no way I was going to do a stream because it wasn't pleasant, we can say. But I'm okay now. Woo! So thanks for your nice messages. I'm currently okay. So I don't have that to talk about because I didn't go. But I have done other stuff this week, including almost going to Leeds. I may go somewhere at some point. So what have we got? So I've got Dragon Meet Fail - Mental. Yep, got that out of the way. And gigs out the way. So I've been designing Joan of Arc for the community miniatures, and it's one where I could very easily just go 15th century men's armor, do it, copy a painting, do it. But I don't want to. I want to read. I've got really into the research, and even if I do end up coming right back to the sort of thing I had in mind at the start, I like going on the journey and then learning why. I like being able to explain why. So when somebody says, "Why have you got this design? Why have you done it like that?" I don't go because that's what the Osprey says. I can say because, well, so that's pretty much why I learn stuff. So I can say that. So I've been getting quite deep into the designing of Joan of Arc, and I'm really enjoying it. So I've written up so because I was off last weekend recovering, I didn't want to just sit about, obviously, because I don't. Hey, it's finished. So I posted up the Ada Lovelace design and got that over to Alan. So Alan's currently sculpting Ada Lovelace and Mary Fields. But because I was in such a frail state, I didn't post anywhere other than the people that are subscribed to the blog, communityminiaturesproject.com. I didn't post that I've done the design because I was far, far too frail to be able to deal with someone going, "I don't like it." So I can't. I'll just sneak it up. I'll sneak it up there. And I did do that in the week. I was I was writing up the Joan of Arc, and it was getting quite long, so I've decided to put it into two parts. So the first one is the just kind of like a bit of a rough review of who she is, because she's so famous. Sometimes when people are so famous, they then either forget or don't actually know the details of the thing. Because I saw one recently, and it was sort of like, does anyone know why the Mona Lisa is such? Because I always go, why? What's the big deal about the Mona Lisa? And you're so used to it, but the original reason why the thing is so well known is lost. So I wrote a little bit more about her, and I get so self-conscious doing this. I've got a glimpse into what the actual historians must deal with. So I'm really nervous. So the first one with Joan of Arc, I put, I'm really nervous of writing up Joan of Arc, because and yeah, because I've been frail. It's part of the job, and it's part of what I do with the minis. But because I've not been all there, I just feel like I can't deal with like pushing through my mental illness to get all this work out for the first comment to be like, no, I don't like it. Like, I can't in this. So I snuck that article out as well. So if there's two articles for you to read on there. So the link's down there as well, but it's communityminiaturesproject.com. So that's on there. So I got really into the design. I found this book. It's something like Costumes of Joan of Arc. It's all in French, 1929, and it's got some really good information, but I don't speak or read French. So I was looking at various sort of translations. And this was Wednesday, because Alan popped up. I didn't think he was free till the end of December, so I hadn't got the final details of the last four to him. And Alan went, right, I'm ready to sculpt. Went, ooh, I better I better move my tasks around and get these, make sure they're done. So I was going through all this different armor stuff, because I just wanted to explain why she would have had whatever armor we went with, rather than just that's probably it. So I was doing the research, and then I kind of stopped Wednesday and went, fine, I'll go to Leeds Armory, I guess. Fine. So I was quite pleased, because I didn't get the museum in at the weekend that I wanted to, because I wanted to do some V&A, and I had a bit of museum-y on the mind. So I thought I'll go to Leeds Armory. It's really easy to get to from here. Just get the train. If you can get some advance tickets, it's like £30. So I thought that'll do me good. I'll spend Thursday going to the Armory, getting some first-hand information. So I got all my notes together, printed loads off the internet of those like translation bits, got my notebooks. I got on the train, and I have these fantasies where I'll be on the train and I get a table, I've got a coffee, croissant, all my research out, and I'm like a romantic train academic. And and then when I get on the train, I'm like, what was I thinking? It's the British rail system. And so there's that fantasy, and then the reality is me like being crammed up against the toilet door, screaming, trying to put calming voices onto my headphones. So I'm like, ah! But I got on it, got a seat, got a table. I was like, yes, it's a Christmas miracle. And after about an hour, they went, we have stopped. There was a crack in the rail. Yay, British Rail. There was a crack in the train track. So they said, all we can do is send you back to Nottingham. So I went, okay. I was really warmed, actually, that nobody on the train kicked off. It wasn't that busy. Coincidentally, everyone was a woman, or appeared womanness. And nobody kicked off. We all just kind of went, that's a bummer, but can't do anything. So the man was really nice. The train man was really nice. And we were all just really lovely about it. And I thought, that's nice. And even the people were phoning to cancel appointments and things, and they were all just really lovely. And no one was like, bloody train. When we got off, we were like, I'm really sorry that your day's not been good. To the train man was like, oh no, my day now, it's all. But yeah, that was quite funny. And yeah, I think because I channeled Joan of Arc, because I've been deep in the research. I thought, well, and I'm not religious, but God wills it. Something wills it. I'm not to go to Leeds today. There's no point fighting it, but just accept and calm. So I could have gone round like a different way on the trains, and I thought, nope, I am not supposed to be in Leeds today. So I just went back to the office and did some work instead. So I'm going to go to Leeds next week instead. I haven't decided when yet. I won't tell you. But there's a chance that Alan might be able to come with me next week and deliver Ada Lovelace and Mary Fields. So it's still not entirely sorted yet, but that'd be really cool for next week. So that'd be even cooler. So that's one of those blessings in disguises. I also emailed them about going in the back rooms and being able to chat to a 15th century armor plate specialist, because they've helped me out before, and they're really helpful to companies if you message them beforehand for this sort of stuff. So they're getting something together. So that also means I'll be able to get a better experience by going next week. So that was the blessing in disguise, I think. And yeah, obviously I got my train ticket refunded. So I had like 2 hours sat in the warm with my coffee and croissants that I managed to get before I got on. And I got loads of research done because it was like a 0 distractions. So that was actually awesome. So Joan there. We've got there. So Alan's got in there. Got there. But yeah, the Joan of Arc research is I love that, trying to figure out what would be, what wouldn't be, because she had some armor made. She had armor made, but it wasn't very good. Then she had some like captured Burgundian armor. Then Charles made a really fancy armor that was really cool, but it was still just standard good. It didn't have any embellishments on it. Oh, what have we got there? Dave from Sarissa up at this hour. Hi, Dave. Look at that. Oh, Lord. Why was the nudist spy always late? Poor briefing. So yeah, I got into this this armor malark. And I'm looking at the contemporary records and what she said. So I've been looking at her banner as well. So Andrea says, would there be notable differences between Burgundian and French armor? I don't think so, but I don't know much about that sort of thing, which is why I'm hoping when I get to Leeds, by the time they've had time to sort about, because they have those experty people, and so I'm going to compile basically a list of questions for them, which is just going to be really cool and appease my nerdy researchiness, that I can ask them that sort of thing. And I wanted to ask, all the different, the slight differences in armor, and most of it's just fashion of the time, but I want to know sort of why they'd made those changes, or why they made those, those sort of bits and bobs, because it will help me for other minis as well as just Joan. So yeah, that's really cool. And it's an excuse to go to Leeds Armory, which is just a wicked place. And I like just having that little mission. So that's so yeah, as Carol says, there very little difference between the armors across Western Europe, 14th and 15th century. Yeah, I just want to get some more information, because I want to do some more medieval ladies. John Hatchett was 1 point away from being voted for last time. So Daniel, I mean, if you ask the Burgundians, it's a huge difference of form and function. Yes, not all the same. But yeah, I just want to learn about. It's a good excuse to learn about the armor that I can then put into other medieval-y figures, which I may be doing at some point. It's definitely more going to get voted for in the community miniatures. So yeah, that's really cool. So I'm excited about that and getting a bit more info. I was reading bits of the trial as well. The trial is just an absolute. I think it's online. The whole thing is online, and there's a book as well of the transcript from Joan of Arc's trial, and it's just, she's so good that it's just full of trick questions, and she just aces her way through them, and then they trick her on whether, what's it, the end point was something like, did God tell you to wear men's clothes? And it was, if she's stuck, because if she said yes, then she's speaking on behalf of God, which is blasphemy. If she says no, then she's wearing clothes for men, which is blasphemy. So that's what happened. They ended up basically getting her on it was, I think it was called, then the term was cross-dressing. So they got her on wearing the wrong gendered clothes. That was the hook that they managed to get her on, which is absolutely wild. Oh, Sharky's in there. There's a huge difference between 14th and 15th century harness. Oh yeah, that I was learning about the harness is the one where it's all the different parts. So that's all the stuff. And most people won't care. It's like a 28mm figure that you paint black, dry brush, bolt gunmetal, highlight mithril silver. You can tell how old my paints are. Whack a Nuln oil or something on it, and, and there you go. But then most people won't care. But I like knowing, and as Andrea said up there, that's why the figure was so good. I like being able to confidently say, this is why we've designed this. I'm glad you're full of beans today, Daniel. This is good. This is good. Wow, this is a GW advert. It is, yeah. Oh no, paints that are out of production. I go there now to get some metal paints, and I'm like, I just like bulk and metal mithril, so that conjures an image. But something like, what is that brown that I always get confused? Something like XXV7. You're like, ooh, great. Mm-mm. So, community minis. Whoop. So Alan is working on them. So the other one left is Audrey Hepburn, which I haven't done a write-up yet, but seeing as Alan's in the sculpting mood, I've pretty much sent him the the Breakfast at Tiffany's, but without the long cigarette, just because it will be impossible to have sculpted. But I reckon you could very easily just use like a spear or something just to get that on the go. But she's gonna have the cat there. Because I think that is, and we chatted about that in Baggy's Cave. She's the most recognizable Audrey Hepburn in that way. And I'm still gonna talk in the blog bit about all the things that she's done. So still doing that. What else have I got? I went wild. So because I didn't go to London last week, which was going to cost me loads of money anyway, I bought a camera. What? And I was going to ask online, and then I thought, no, you fool, don't ask people online because it's just. So I looked around on the internet and went, yep, I'll get that one. I asked a couple of wizened photo people, and they said, yeah, get that one. So it's that one. I haven't done anything with it yet. I've charged the battery. That's as far as I've got. But it seems to be a good one for what I want it to do, because I want to take even more. Now I've got the wider table. The phone camera's ace, but I want to take some more like wider shots and have some more stuff going on. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a camera. That's going to be my Christmas present to myself. Well, Bad Squiddo's present to Bad Squiddo. But so hopefully you'll be seeing. I've got it's the Canon EOS 2000D, and I will be. I've got the dummies guide to it as well, so I'm going to be looking at how I can get the most out of it, and because that's become quite a hobby for me now. A lot of people notice that. That setting up the scenes and taking photos. If only Sarissa had given me a bunch of pre-painted scenery, that would really help. You know, Sarissa, like any of that stuff you want to give for free, drop it over. Yep. Yes, I was thinking about you actually, Jez. I thought, oh, Jez might know about this sort of thing. Tony Capwell. Oh, mate, Fred makes his armor. Fred would know this stuff. What's that? Sarissa's going to donate to my pile of terrain. Oh, wicked. Thanks, Sarissa. Cool. Cool. Thanks for that. I follow those boats. I like those boats. So, yeah, I got a camera. Got to figure out how to use it. But I used to do all this. I'm jinxing it now. My last camera was stolen. So it's been a while. It was in a house burglary. I had a wicked mega camera, and that kind of stopped me on my camera mission before. So now I'm back. I'm going to learn what stuff does again because it's been a while. So that will be interesting because now I'm getting really into photographing that stuff. Woo. Daniel's made some more silly towers. What have we got here? Camera. I put note camera for pics of the thingies. Yes. Dave from Sarissa. Yeah, I want some Sarissa kits, but I want them already like assembled and painted. Cheers, that'll do. Nice. Think of the exposure you'll get. So I'll double check because I did ask for permission. I'll just see if the permission has been granted for this next one. Oh, so yes, good old Dave. I will. I'll hit you up in the DMs. So hit you up in the DMs before I have my post-show nap. So I met up with a friend on Friday. It's been a busy couple of days, especially if I did end up going to Leeds, which was probably again a blessing that I didn't. So yeah, Friday. Oh, I see. Friday, I met up with friends for a chat and to collect this item that I'll show you. But then after that, I then had to go back to my house where there was another person who was staying here, and then we had to go back into town to meet some other people, then go to the gig, then come back here, and then Saturday I had somebody else stay here, and then back again. And I've just been like on full rotation of peoplings. But a friend who wished to remain anonymous, but they're all over Twitter, so you've probably seen this on Twitter. You can't be entirely anonymous when you've posted it. I think he's watching now, but with the inability to comment, so it's a dangerous combo. So he scratch built this shack, and it's got a few bits and bobs, but it's also got some Squiddo bits and bobs. And to stop it being crushed in the post and an excuse for a coffee, dropped it off. So this is going to be ace in my photos with the light. Go on. So look at that. I love a good shack. I'm very pleased that I did stick to my discipline of going home and dropping it off and not taking it into the mosh pit. So I'll take the bit off so you can't really see because of all this, but there are pictures online. Hey, look at the bad Squiddo watching live. So it wasn't done to commission. It was just made, and then I went, I'll have that. That's what I do. And then there's the inside. It's like a tailor's. I will put some better. Well, there'll be better pictures because there'll be pictures with the minis around. So it's this shack. It is actually really lovely. He's very modest, but it is actually ace. I really like it. It's got lots of character. Okay. Oh, is that the right way? Yeah, that's the right way. It's a little shack. Hey! So we got shack. And I got some of my robots on some breeze blocks. It's my junk scarecrows. So they're gonna now feature in more photographs. That's in like, what's that? Like a industrial pipe that one's been popped into. Again, I know it's dark, so you can't really see them, but it's sort of a show and tell. Junk crows. Oh, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, I got those, so I'm really chuffed with those. So thank you, anonymous terrain builder. They are wicked. I love it. And I can't wait for some sort of Ghosts of Gaia, maybe some of my adventure heroines to be photographs in there, because I'm getting quite a big sci-fi collection of terrain now. That is it. I'm on terrain. I've got got more to talk about. I ordered from Paul, Berlin Tuesday. He's been around the community for a while. I think he's been in the chat a few times before as well. And I was browsing Etsy for some pre-built terrain because I was on it's because I didn't go to Dragon Meet, so I was sad, and I was like, well, I'll buy things instead that I can justify for work rather than other bits. Which that camera, I can't wait to come on. That'll be over Christmas, I think. I can proper set some big scenes up, I think. So I was also browsing the internet for some scratch-built terrain, and I came across Berlin Tuesday, and I went, I know you, because I see you around on Twitters and stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in the chat. Uh, so I went, oh, I didn't realise. Hey, yes, there are pools abound. So I didn't know you did scratch built terrain. So we had a few bits on there. I haven't got them here because they're at the office. So I bought a few bits of scratch built terrain, and then his painting is lovely. And he had 2 bad Squiddo minis in there. I thought I'd deprive other people of these lovely bad Squiddo minis, but I also really like them and I want them for my collection. So I bought them. So even though I have got them painted up, I've hang on, what's that? Oh, I can't. I forgot. The Bull. What a terrible name. The Bull. Remember, we have the photo studio at Sarissa. I'm sure I could fit you in there for photo shoots as well if you fancy. Yes, we do need to do this because we've been meaning to do this for a while. I'll do it once I've figured out the actual awesomeness of this camera. I'll definitely do that because you've got all of the bits. I kind of want to steal some as well. But yeah, that would be a definite good one. And then you could all take me to that curry place that also you were promising to do. So, um, so what was I talking about? Because my brain's all over the place. Berlin Tuesday. So yeah, I did. I bought one of my mercenaries and Squee the orc, and they came in the week, and I did Squee. They were so lovely and well chuffed. And I do like putting the circle of money. So people buy the bad Squiddo minis, paint the bad Squiddo minis, I buy them back, and we just loop around. Woo! So that's awesome. So I'm really happy with those. So thanks, Paul, if you ever watched this. But I did send him a really long email of like, these are so cool. So that arrived, and I also ordered from Fox Miniatures Dioramas, who I bought some bits off at BritCon, and he's emailed. I should show you. He's emailed yesterday to say they've been made and they're on the way. So it's just lots of sort of hill bits, but I got some winter hill bits. Where were we? Different email addresses. Dave Fox. So he has them on his website and then he does them to order. Of course, it won't rotate. So they're just little craggy bits. Especially now I've got a bigger scene. Normally I'd only use one of them, but and then so I've got all those sort of summary ones, and it's just quick snaps just to show that he's done them. There's all the winter ones. I'm gonna get him to commission do some things. I was just lazy and wanted the things immediately. So yeah, that's them all together. So I got all that off him. Oh, whee. So I've got lots of winter now, and I want to do some winter shots, obviously, because it's winter. Which brings me on to Kraut cover, which has been flying out. Actually, madness. I was in North Star 3 times over the course of 2 days going, I need more! I need more! You absolutely have raided the stocks, but I've got lots in now. I've got a new section in the office for it now, and it'll all nicely in order. If you haven't had a look, go look at the new in store bit. They are little ground cover pots, and at first I did kind of think, I don't know how many pots you'd need to get for stuff. And then because they're compressed, it's like when you buy guinea pig hay, it's compressed. So I got one of them, one of the mixes. So they're like mixes of flock, different stones, different effects, and all mixed in. And then they've got cool names. So Soil of Sparta is my favorite one. But I poured one of the pots out into the bigger bits so that I had more to play with, sort of thing, into like a sort of dish like this. I went, holy crap, there's loads of it. So once it's actually got the air back into it, it's almost like it doubles. So I've been really chuffed with that. I really like it. I just realised I looked away as I said that, and I was like, oh no, I do really like it. I like it. Before I got it in stock, I did go over to North Star and go, "Ooh, can I have a look at it in person?" And I went, "Aha, yeah, I'm taking this." So the mixes, it's all about the mixes. There are static grass as well, which helps complement it. But the real is the mixes on there. snowy, it's like snowy Highland Pass. So I've been doing some photos with those where I've just kind of poured them out, so then you can get a better idea of it as well, rather than just being in the tub, or you got to see what it actually is. So I've been scattering them down across the minis and making some scenes. So because I'm a super entrepreneur, there's the John Hodgson backdrop, the Annie minis, a bit scenic, some Annie scenics in there as well, and then the kraut cover on the base, all available from Bad Squiddo Games. So you can recreate the scene. Yeah, I'm running low on some of the Hodgson backdrops as well. So dun, 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 they've been flying out also. So it's nice that stuff's been flying out. I'm really, really happy with that. Yay, Greg says it looks good. Trying to finish up the snow scene as listen. Yes, excellent. Yeah, my favourites so far are Snowy Highland. I can't remember what it's called. Something like Snowy Highland Mountain Pass, but it's not that. And Soil of Sparta. But they're all nice. I used Kodama Woods, but I think I'd probably mix it with a bit more green. So I think I'd get that, but then maybe get some of the static green as well to mix it in a bit. Because I've used that for a few of my scenes as well, because there's lots of little bark chips. So check that out. So sounds like I need some Sarissa pre-painted in that mix. Yeah, it would be good, wouldn't it? So what happens if other companies join my chat? They just get trolled. So kraut cover is covered. So if you haven't heard of it or know what I'm talking about, go on the new in store on the website and you'll see it all. They're just really nice mixes. So if Sarissa don't provide me with stuff, basically, then we should just cancel them. I think that's what we're saying. On behalf of the bull, I'll contact the owner at Sarissa and say, your bull promised us free stuff. Did you know? New painted things. Show them the box of my notes. These all arrived. There's no point me showing you them all because look at them in their little tub. Oh, silhouettes. Because again, showing you them is awful and you'll just see a bit of it. But I'll try, because there's some you haven't seen, which is going to be available maybe next Friday, I think. New release next Friday. Dum 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 dum. Boop boop boop. It won't focus ever. It's the Fanny Commander. Sure is. This is my two models of Princess Anne. So we have her on foot in all the gear. I just think she looks cool as hell. So that was why I made the mini. I think there's just so many uses for it in those sort of alt historical sort of thing, and it's just all the gear I thought was pretty cool. So I've got that, and it's hard to show because she's in two parts at the moment. But we have her on horseback as well. So this was quite an expensive whim for me earlier in the year, but hopefully you'll all buy one. So I'll make it worth my investment. And you can't quite see it, but it's absolutely stunning. The reason, one of the selling points when John started painting for me years and years ago is that he painted for the Perrys. Look at that. And that's definitely his specialty, this sort of thing. I'm not going to tilt it too much, she'll fall off because she's not glued on. The detail on her horse is stunning as well. So it's just a cool figure. And oh yeah, I haven't put next to the old Queen model yet either. Aww. Can have an old queen. The Fanny Commander is because she is the commander of the Fanny organization. The First Aid Nursing Yeomanry. So she is the Fanny Commander. I might put that on the packaging just because I was very giggly when I discovered this news. Oh, Daniel said it's like his run around. It's like that child before going to bed. You've had your run around and all excited, and now you've just sort of like fell off on the floor, haven't you? Now going. So goodbye, Daniel. If you're off to have a nap, go have your little nap. So we've got these Princess Anne's. I need to get them photoed for you because they are stunning and they're painted so nice and they look like they'd be a really good project. And yeah, she looks so Darth Vader-y there. That was part of the brief. Was like make her look like Darth Vader. But she did. It was at the coronation. And yeah, it's always like the doors burst and she walks down with the cape, and it reminded me a little bit of oh god, I don't have the brain for this morning. The guy, the guy, not Stalin, the other guy, the guy who goes with the cape. Someone will know, so I don't even have to get my brain because someone will get it when he goes. And I was trying to see if I could build that into the model, but I couldn't make it work. Oh no, Carol says you've been hanging around with Lardy Rich too much. His punning double entendre sense of humour has rubbed off. Oh no, yeah. Once he finds that out, that'll be the end, won't it? He'll be very proud of that. Like, I raised a will. Jeremy Irons in the original Dungeons and Dragons movie. That one, yes, that's the one. So John has painted quite a lot for us in this stack. One being Ghoul Matriarch, which you can't see because it's silhouette pretty much now. Yeah, and nice blurry Ghoul Matriarch. I will sort this one day. One day I'll start using software and another camera, but it is not this day. So you can't fully see her. And then we've got so you can see them from far away. We've got the flower witches. I don't know if they're going to be called the flower witches yet. I haven't got fully decided. I feel like there should be a cooler name for them. So you should let me know. So I've got those. I got some of the last bits from the Ghoul Kickstarter, like Chopper. But obviously I'll put better pictures up because that's just a silhouette. But I've got all those from John, so they are ace. Now John's got the next load of stuff in the painting. What else? Ghouls. Ghoul progress is everything's being cast. I'm hoping for ghouls fairly soon. I won't throw the sculptors, the casters in it and say it'll be December, but it could be December. There's a small chance. They're obviously very busy and they shut down over Christmas, but there is a small chance that some of the ghouls at least will be shipped by the end of the month. If not, it'll be January. And it says March on the Kickstarter, so nice and early. Enough people have filled in the pledge manager that I've been able to get them a rough casting list. If you haven't filled the pledge manager in, do it. Thank you. Most people have now. I'm mostly just concerned when I nag, it's because I don't want you to not get your things, because people do forget. Now, I forget. I have to go back to things I've backed from quite a while back and say, if you've got any left, I forgot to fill the thingy in. So I am terrible at it. So I do understand. Ghouls I've crossed off. Show them the things. I've showed them the things. Anything else in show and tell? No, so that's mostly. I've still been 40 minutes with all this mayhem. I've done really well. I've done really well. Go Annie, go Annie. If you missed the start, I've not slept very much over the weekend. That's why I'm dishevelled. I've been a party animal off seeing New Model Army and Gogol Bordello and being an absolute mayhem in a mosh pit, which I do, but I'm very out of practice as well. So I was like, bloody hell, I'm not as fit as I was. So Pete says, I did another Kickstarter and they emailed, no pledge manager. Yeah, no pledge manager by X date, and we'll just take your money as a gift. I mean, it's a good aggressive way, but I could never do that because it kicks people up the arse to do it. But I just couldn't do that. But I do understand more so with things like board games where they have to get a number and it's a limited run and all this. I totally get that. But with Squiddo, I was like, if you're not in the right headspace at the time or you've missed it because of life, I don't want you to be punished. I don't want you to come back to it and go, missed your chance. So if ever you do think, oh God, it's been so long, but I've totally not sorted that bad Squiddo pledge manager, just message me. And because we put them in the shop as well, there's a chance that you've got all the things. I do tend to keep back, once we've fulfilled things, I do keep back a number of the cards and anything that was sort of exclusive. I keep them back for anyone who does that, basically. So there's a good chance you'll have all the things, but at worst, you just won't get some of the stickers or something like that. So yeah, never be too afraid to go, oh no, because I don't want to just keep you money. I want you to have the things, which is also a kick up the ass for community minis. If you backed the original Kofi, and I sent you a code thingy, do it, because you've only got till the end of the year to claim your historically wrong Queen of Mongolia as well. Right, so the rest of the day, as you can see by my demeanor, I shall be going horizontal and playing some more Disney Dreamlight Valley, which has now got an expansion, and there's capybaras now in the realm, so I get to feed capybaras. I woke up from a beautiful dream the other night where I was nuzzling a capybara, and I'd had to approach it gently, and they said, you've got to earn the trust first. And then I was full on like nuzzling a capybara, and I woke up like, oh, what a perfect dream. Also in Game Land, because you do like the occasional game film update. So we watched all of the Saws, which was a journey. And I've been playing the Telltale Walking Dead games because they were on mega sale for Black Friday. They were like £3 each or something. I've played the first two. I won't do any spoilers because they're old, but it's still they're the sort of choose your own adventure ones. And what was it? And you've got to, yeah, it's in the comic style as well. And I absolutely love the Walking Dead universe, so I was straight in on that. Straight on that like 15 years after it came out, but I'm only just catching up with games. But I have learned that I'm a bit of a monster in the apocalypse because you have a very short amount of time to make these decisions, and Andy's played them before as well, so I've been updating him with my Walking Dead life, and went, I killed another of the gang. They were out, they were acting up, they weren't safe to have around. I had to kill them. Gone, oh god. Yay! Carol has painted the historically wrong Queen of Mongolia as an arcane statue. Yes, post her up. That'd be cool. Nice to see that you've been painting again, so that you'd had a little painting break as well. Right, I'm gonna get out of here, get horizontal. Nothing else to show you there. Those models look really cool. So yeah, lots has been happening. I think one of the reasons that I did go mental last week is I have been absolutely overdoing it by trying to get lots of loose ends tied up and things finished before the end of the year. It's always like this in December. And I never really get the chance to appreciate any sort of festivities till it's too late. Also, yes, I did see your message earlier, Katie. I may be interested. Not immediately. I want to figure out this as it is before I muck about with other lenses and stuff. But yeah, I'd totally be up for some lens shenanigans at some point. Sweet. Yeah, I'm out of here. Make another coffee. Have a nice Sunday. I'll see you in the week. And if you wish to purchase a Queen Anne Fanny Commander, she will be out, I believe, Friday. I will release her into the world. So thanks all. Yay. How do I end it? How do I leave? There's no leaving. Bye.